you should have. Your deep-seated desires are God's good tapping at the door of your mind. Your deep-seated desires are God's good tapping at the door of your mind. Furthermore, write down the dates by which you wish to have your desired good accomplished. Write down the date. You will be amazed at how the substance of heaven and earth will hasten to do your bidding when you give it definite desires and dates through which to work out good results. Now, I'm going to tell you, as we build this within our mind, not only should we write these things down, we should magnify them. See these things as the things of God, that these are gifts of God, that God is giving this to us through our mind, through the desire of our heart to let these things be manifest and experienced in our life. We must know that every good thing comes from God. Every good idea comes from this infinite intelligence that's seeking to give us an opportunity to expand on the life that we choose to live, to expand on our joy, to expand on our happiness, to expand on our peace, and expand on everything wonderful that we choose to experience. But we must magnify these things in our mind, because otherwise they just kind of fall flat because of all the chatter out there in the world and of all the other things that we listen to all day long. We got to make sure that our communication with the infinite is just as intense as our willingness to watch the American Idol or listen to all the political blah, blah, blah stuff that's going on today. We must make sure that we give our attention to this infinite presence, this infinite intelligence. Otherwise, it cannot respond to us if we don't give it our attention. We don't give it our attention. And there's all kinds of people that go out and tell us, oh, I love God, or I love Jesus, or I love the Buddha, or I love Krishna, or whatever. But they don't give them any attention. Their attention is too focused out in the world. When we write down these things, and we're definite, we dare to be definite about prosperity. We dare to be definite, and we dare to write them down. When we write them out and we're definite about what it is that we want, then we're letting this intelligence respond to us. We're letting this intelligence shine a light on our lives in a greater way. You know, the Mastermind Jesus said, let your light so shine, let your light so shine. And when he said that, he was saying, let that idea that's greater for you shine through your mind. Let it get you excited. Let it radiate its energy through you with enthusiasm and excitement about life. We must love this life that we're living. This life is God living itself through us, as us, and for us. And as we love God, we must love the life that God has given us to live, and we must be enthusiastic about it. We must be willing to write down these simple things. We must be willing to be excited that we can write something down in a definite way, and that this intelligence that permeates all things in the universe in which we live will respond to us in its own right and perfect way and its own right and perfect time. So often we forget that we have so many things available to us, and all we have to do is just open our mind to receive. Last week I talked about us being too busy. And that's the way it is for a lot of people. They're too busy. They're too busy to take $1 and stick it in an envelope and send it over to Rev Bates at P.O. Box 1173, Palm Springs, California, 92263. Believe me, that dollar, that doesn't do a whole lot out in the world, but that dollar can create miracles in your mind, miracles in your consciousness, because it's showing that you are definite, that you are willing. You are willing to do these simple things that prosper your life. You're willing to do these simple things that align your mind with that one mind, which is God. You're willing to do these simple things that define what it is that you want. You want greater prosperity. Your mind is open to prosperity, and you have that conviction that you can prosper. You have that conviction in the possibility of it. You have that conviction that all things are possible with God. But not all things are possible with God if we don't definitely let God, let this intelligence know what it is that we want. We get to choose. We get to choose. And we're always choosing. Every time we think, we're choosing something. We're either choosing something good or we're choosing something negative. We're choosing to be understanding or we're choosing to be stubborn. Whatever it is that's going through our mind at any point in time, there is an intelligence that responds to us, just like, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, just like gravity is always responding to us. Take a step and realize that it's gravity that's holding you in place, that it's always there, it's always present, it's always doing what it does. And as you align yourself with it in the right way, gravity supports you and you're good. Well, the presence of God, the power of God, is greater than the law of gravity. It also supports you when you align yourself with it in the right way, in the affirmative way, and in the definite way for good. Now, whenever we write these things, this is important, so